Hey, Rach. So,
Hello, Brittany.
have describe how you became involved in the hipster lifestyle.
Well, it all started in high school when the trend was coming about. Actually, I don't really like to call it a trend,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It was new and exciting from the norm, really, and I just became instantly immersed in it, and it just took off from there.
Okay. And how has your involvement in this lifestyle evolved over time?
Um,
I know we did go to a show recently.
yeah, we did. Well, it started off slowly with clothes, I would say, and then it just like you know became a lifestyle almost. Like I've noticed myself more involved in um, green activities, organizations, a lot of
Green products,
funding. Yep.
looking into your organic hair care. I
I
like
only
that.
use organics or safe products because a lot of them have, unknown toxins that no one would know about because they're just disguised by words like fragrance or parabens or sulfates.
Perfumes. All right. And describe the least involved you have been in this lifestyle.
The least involved. I guess I haven't been involved in terms of. I know a lot of people take it to extents of hairstyles and piercings. So
Yeah.
I guess I would say that I haven't really taken on to that, but I do have a lot of friends that have
Okay.
brought that upon themselves.
And why wouldn't you want that? Do you feel like it's just too intense for you?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit too intense. I understand the need to like go against the norm and be different, but I would say I'm different in my values.
Yeah. I like that one. Can you foresee a time when you will not be involved in this lifestyle? Like, do you think that this is gonna like pass? It's kind of like a phase.
Well, I hope I like to think that it is becoming ingrained in myself, but I guess you can never really predict once you go into the business world how much that's going to have an influence over your life. So I guess we'll have to see.
How do you feel about the term hipster?
I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it does have a little bit of a negative association, and it is, taunted by many other social groups. So I'm definitely not a fan. I don't like to think of myself as that mainstream word.
Yeah. You like to think that you're like your own person, not like a label.
Exactly.
I like that. What about being part of this lifestyle makes you feel special? I guess it's more so asking like what makes you feel like this lifestyle gives you value.
Well, I like it because it like makes me feel like I'm contributing to society in a very positive and forward way. I'm also contributing to my self-growth, finding who I am. I like to not be a bandwagoner. I like to kind of do things at my pace and how they, fit best for me and how I feel.
Okay. All right. And let's see. I am sorry. My computer's a little frozen.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Are there economic, legal, political, social, technological, or environmental forces that impact your lifestyle consumption? Like, what impacts your lifestyle? I know it's like a weird thing. So, like, if you say you were like in Austin and you wanted to go buy like stuff from like Buffalo Exchange or whatever, like what impacts your consumption cycle? Like your lifestyle, your legal situation? I know you're not a criminal, so probably not that.
Um, my consumption. Well, I wouldn't say my consumption is based on any. What were the different categories again?
Social, like you buy things like what your friends would buy, I guess. Technological, like
Honestly, I think it's more about preference than any of those domains. Um, I don't know. I kind of just like I buy things I believe are produced in a safe way, with good products, non-toxic. Also, just ones that like make me feel
do you see like a
good.
trend in your consumption cycle? Like if you see another friend that like kind of is more like individual and they have like a say like a product that they use regularly, you're more likely to
Oh,
yeah.
100%. I think the more that you're around your friends, the more things you pick up on. I mean, of course, style is one of them. Of course, different words. I know that if one of my friends say a word a lot, like I may be more apt to say that word also, and I think that same concept applies with clothes.
Okay.
You just sort of get, you guys, become similar over time.
All right. And are you planning on making a major purchase soon towards this kind of lifestyle
Actually,
genre?
I am because the summer is coming up, and I'm gonna have to transition my wardrobe a little bit. So I think that this time of year is gonna be a bigger consumption
Bigger
period
because
for me.
so you feel like your main involvement with the hipster lifestyle, sorry, just using the word that we chose for the project, but it's mostly in clothes. Like most of your focus is more on the style aspect
I think,
and maybe in the moral values behind everything.
outwardly, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the bigger focuses. And then of course the inward values.
Yeah,
But
like just being
definitely.
like kind to the environment, living like a low cost lifestyle.
But I
Yeah.
mean, of course, the appearance
Yeah.
does have an impact in it too. Like the free flowing, very it kind of like describes who you are. I mean, a style is really an impression of who you are.
So you feel like it makes you feel more grounded in your individuality to dress more and consume more with this lifestyle.
Yes.
Okay. And are you involved with social media?
Um, I would say my usage is very moderate, but I definitely am involved in the different channels of social media.
And I also just wanted to go off the book and ask a few questions of my own. So, how do you get your, like, how do you keep up to date with everything in the lifestyle? Like, what do you look at? Do you follow BuzzFeed? Is it more of a word of mouth thing? Hang out with your friends?
Yeah,
Scope the scene?
I would say it's sort of the community that I'm in. My friends,
Yeah.
that sort of linkage.
Okay. So it's not so much like reading about it. So you're not looking for like the face of what people think hipsters are, but you're looking more at like how your friends' patterns are, and that's kind of
Yeah, I would say a lot of my social patterns influence it, but of course, as I'm browsing through stores, that also influences it. Sort of like what they're putting out there.
okay. And I also wanted to know how do you describe hipster? Like, what do you think of when you think of that word? Just
Without the connotation, the negative connotation behind it, I do believe that it's someone with unique values, forward values, someone who is like free to express themselves. They're not they're not quelled by society's standards and society's perception of how you should be. They're kind of just, able to be themselves.
So you feel like it's the anti-norm. So you're able to just be completely your individual self, and you don't have to live up to the societal pressures that are usually placed on you.
Yeah, anti in the sense of positive, though.
Yeah.
Positive anti.
Not like a rebellion. Another thing that I wanted to wonder about was how you spend your money. I know stereotypically they spend it all at Whole Foods, and then you kind of save more on living expenses. Can you like explain the ins and outs of that?
So I guess I would allocate my money towards my first priorities, my apartment, my utilities, and then on that I would budget out what I could spend. And I do shop at Whole Foods stereotypically.
Yeah.
I love Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, the little markets.
So you like to do more organic things. So you would base your consumption more about good, wholesome, more what's the word? More unique kind of a shopping experience.
I don't eat processed foods.
Yeah, more of a unique than going to Shaw's every day, and you would rather live reasonably well and then eat well than spend a ton of money in an apartment and eat horribly, I guess.
Exactly, everything in moderation.
All right, and one more question about your consumption patterns. So how do you feel you spend your time in this lifestyle? Do you feel like are there a lot of group activities? Is it more individual expression, like finding painting classes on your own, or is it more like getting together with your girlfriends? Is it more of an individual type of lifestyle or more collective?
I believe I think that depends if you're introverted or extroverted. But personally, I like to maintain a balance. I like my alone time, but I'm also involved in many organizations, doing the things that make me happy, of course. So I think there is a certain level of individuality, but I do think that I spend a lot of time with organizations and friends.
Okay. So you're really big into the green movement. I know that.
I am.
And you're really big into eating healthy and making sure everything's like cruelty free. Another one that we looked into for this project is actually alcohol consumption. I know this may not be congruent, but I did want to ask, do you feel like there's any type of typical drinks that you would have or typical nights out that you would have in this lifestyle? Is it different from not normal, but more publicized college lifestyles? What would you say is more of the...
Well, I would say for me, our favorite nights out would be, going to one of our friends' places, like maybe enjoying some beer or wine, hanging out there, really just enjoying each other's companies. And if we do go out, I'm not very big on the club scene, although I have been known to go to a few. But I do like places where it's good music, you can interact and you can still have a good time. The lighting is medium.
Yeah, you like places where you can feel relaxed and you can just hang out and, in a word, just talk, hang out with your friends.
I do.
All right, so you like more relaxed, so like beers and stuff like that.
Yeah, live music. Acoustic.
Okay, well, thank you, Rachel, for your contributions. And Rachel is my friend from Suffolk, so we are actually in Sawyer Cafe right now, which is why the lighting is a little bit shady, but, we did our best. So, thank you, Rachel,
You're welcome.
and peace out.